All right, cycle number 47. One of the things I'm really enjoying about this process of making these cycles and recording time lapses is it's holding me accountable. It's forcing me to continue to push what I would normally do, make it a bit more interesting, a bit more engaging, not just sit on my laurels and do the same thing over and over. This one here, what I'm going to do, I believe, is the plan, is what I want this character to go something like off to one side. And I was thinking, oh, I should have him go off to the other side as well, but that's going to be too fast for 12 drawings for a 24 frame cycle. So what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to make this first drawing completely symmetrical. I'm just going to draw half of it and then flip it over. So then when I animate going off to one side and come back to that frame, I can flip the whole thing over and I can go the opposite direction with the same animation. This is the plan. This is this fits in with the whole approach of using cycles, which is to maximize the amount of animation you can do with the minimum of work. You do a cycle and you can reuse it and play it over and over and over. Flipping a cycle is a similar kind of thing. If you've got a crowd, sometimes you would have somebody jumping up and down, and then you would flip that character over, paint it a different color, and have that character jumping up and down. Looks like two different characters. So yeah, this one, that's the plan going forward. I'm going to be changing a little bit here. I think the screen left side is the one that is going to be more what I'm going for here. And I don't know how I got pink there. Let's go over here. So I'm going to just draw this side here, flip it over there. That's the plan, and we'll see how that all works out. As I'm saying it, I'm just not quite, because this pose here is like an arrival point. There's not a lot of motion going on with this pose, so you might go like boop, boop, and then it might come to a complete stop before it keeps moving. I'm going to try and avoid that. I want to make it so that the character feels like it's constantly in motion and there's overlap and drag going on. But yeah, we'll see how it all works out. We'll know in 2 hours. All right, time to get down to it. Okay. All right. Well, that took more than 2.5 hours, and there are reasons. Oh, there are definitely reasons that took a while. First drawing took me 15 minutes, which I wasn't expecting, just because I thought, hey, it'll take me half as long because I only have to do half a drawing. But of course, what it did was it made it so that I had to pick where that drawing half was going to end, and it doesn't have to be exact, obviously, this drawing, because it's going to be in movement, but it had to be close enough that the cycle was going to work, and yeah, it worked out well, is my point. It just took more finagling than I anticipated. Oh, pardon me. I think get a drink. I had a few decisions to make along the way. With screen right foot over here, now I was thinking, is that foot going to come off the ground, or is it going to go up on a toe maybe? Is it going to jump up? But I thought after 2 or 3 drawings, no, I'm just going to keep it there. So the thing about tracing back something is it's basically saying that it's going to stay in a very similar place every time. It can in 2D anyway. When you're talking about 3D and you're just moving something really slowly, it gives the sense of pixels moving. But when you're drawing it, it can bring a lot of attention to that area if you have a lot of boiling lines. It can also make it seem really dead if it's not moving at all. So in this case here, what I decided was I'll stretch the foot up. And I'm just looking at it, flipping through it quickly. That seems to work pretty well. I brought it in a little bit, so it's not actually gaining volume so much. It's more stretching up. That seemed to work pretty well, I think. The head angle, I think that works out nicely. At first, I just started having the head coming up, and then I was thinking that's going to be really boring if it comes down the same way. So I had it go out further to the right, and then it's going to sweep around here. And that's going to work out nicely because when it gets to the final one, it's going to keep moving quickly in the opposite direction. As I mentioned, I'm going to be taking these 12 drawings, and when it gets to here, I'm going to flip them over and have it go for the rest of the motion there. And yeah, this, I'm just looking here. I think I went overly complex with that top right hand. Yeah, I totally did right there. I'm going to have to simplify that one because there's some popping going on. I'm looking at the fingers going up here. Interesting shape. I've got to like that. But then the hand continues up, the finger pops down, then the whole hand pops down, but then the fingers pop up. So I need a much better in-between on this drawing here to help sell that. And I like how the fingers are coming up here and trailing, so I got to make that all work. Similar with the lower hand, I kind of have it hit a wall here, boom, and then it flips up. Yeah, it's on that same drawing that I have to tween those hands a little bit better. Looking at the arm connections, it's a little bit shifty, but for the most part, I think it's going to work. I'm liking what I did with the screen left foot there. I brought it up, I have the foot foreshortened away from us, toes twirling up there, popping around, and then landing back on the toe. Yeah, that's nice. Taking off, pushing off on the toe, landing on the toe. I think that's all going to work. All right. I wonder if I can quickly simulate what I'm going to do in the final version here in TV Paint. If not, I'm going to edit this out. But let's just give this a try. Going to go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to duplicate the layer here. And then I'm going to take all these here, and I'm going to flip them all horizontally. Flip horizontally. Great. Then I'm going to move them all over so that first drawing matches. Very nice, very nice. Oh, this is going to work quite well. Apply. Great. And then I'm going to take all these here. And I'm going to move them all over here. Move. There we go. Very nice. Oh, wonderful. Okay, I can see this in real time now. Hadn't really planned ahead the farther with this one, but this is how it all works. All right, let's give this a play. Very nice. Other than there's those hands, which I will fix. You know what took a long time with this one, got me up to the 2.5 hours, was that fur. Not just was I having to think about the shape of the body as I was going, but I wasn't drawing it just a straight line. I had to draw it, I had to visualize where the line would be and then kind of outline it with a bunch of jaggedy fur shapes. But I am really happy with how those turned out. Yeah, that's nice. That feels really good. It doesn't even feel overly repetitive. I think partly because of that nice head arc I've got at the end there that's tweening up nicely or matching up nicely to the head of the cycle. Oh, terrific. Yeah, that trace back foot worked out well, the lifting foot worked out well, the arms. Overall, I'm very happy with the shapes I was getting with the hands. I was putting a lot of time into messing around with those hands and, you know, getting some nice strong silhouettes there, avoiding the hands overlapping each other. Those fingernails were really helping me just sell the angles as well. And the mouth opening too. When I got to the upper angle with the character looking up there, I thought, well, this is going to look really empty unless I open the mouth. But this actually goes, mwah, mwah. It fits in nicely with the overall motion. Terrific. All right. Well, this is a great success as far as the idea of flipping the cycle over. Yeah, the actual line of action too, that worked out really nicely. I'm looking at the way that the COG, the pelvis is leading and the upper body is dragging behind there. Is a nice reversal on line of action. And even on that drawing in the middle where it's just kind of static, it doesn't feel like it's stopping too much. I mean, ideally I would have it so that the arms were continuing to lead with the elbow going across left to right, but considering it's a straight up and down drawing, I think that works very nicely. All right, that's cycle 47. Some interesting variations there. That's what I'm going for at this point. I don't have too many cycles left, so I want to make them as varied and different as possible, and this is a good one. Yeah, this worked out well. All right, thanks for checking it out. See you next time.